flying to the moon with you tonight. I'm flying back home with you tonight. And it's so far away, and it's so long, and it's so far away.
We are really spending a lot of time outdoors trying to make this space someplace that we really love to hang out. When I saw this $15 hydrangea in this cute little terracotta pot, I immediately hopped in my car to get it. We don't know what color it is, so it will be a summertime surprise, but I absolutely love.
Inside us is the cure and the remedy.
Speaking of hydrangea, my incredible hydrangeas are in almost full bloom and they look so good.
I ended up getting a camellia, I'm not sure, to put in these pots. Felt like they would work a little bit better, and it likes full to partial shade, and this whole area is shade since it's under the patio, and I thought these blooms were so pretty. So I'm gonna try to attempt to put it in this pot, and I'm hoping that it fits, because I feel like once this kind of fills out and like once it blooms, because it blooms early, it blooms late winter to spring, so I feel like that will be like such a pretty little thing during this winter months when everything else is dead.
Okay, now I know that this is probably controversial. I know it sure was over on Instagram, but I couldn't help myself. I have 2 of these white pots and I got them on Facebook Marketplace. I get a lot of questions on them. The problem is that the neck is so narrow that I cannot fit anything in it. So my idea was to hose off all of the dirt and try to fit it into the pot. Some people are probably going to say that this was a bad idea, and I'll never be able to get this tree out when it's time to repot it. But here's the thing, I'm not really planning to, because right now it looks perfect. This pot, this space, this is its forever home. Well, while it's still our home. We never have a forever home unless we're looking at the beach, but that's for a whole nother story. And honestly, you guys, these pots are massive. It took nearly 3 bags, and I mean full big bags of dirt to fill these pots. Out here, our ground is very tough. It's packed with granite, hard, and unyielding. So truthfully, this pot might end up giving this tree more room to thrive than the earth itself ever could. Now I already know what the next question is, and you guys are thinking drainage. Yes, that's where it also gets a little controversial. I've always trusted my instincts when it comes to my plants, and I actually consider myself somebody who has a pretty green thumb. And over time, I found what just works for me. I don't use drainage holes much. I know, don't panic. Most of the time, I actually seal them off, and somehow my plants have always thrived this way. But although these pots don't have any drainage, I've layered the bottom with plenty of rock just in case. And if I notice in the littlest, slightest bit that they're struggling, I'll adjust and have Chris drill the holes. I'm watching closely and I'm paying attention because I'm not going to let them fail. And if everything goes the way I imagine, once these trees grow, stretch, and spill over the edge of the patio, it is going to be absolutely incredible.
But I'll never find this anywhere else.
All right, you guys, I thought I would sit down and do an unboxing. I am trying to get back into the habit of doing unboxings with you guys. I get so many packages delivered all the time. I wonder what my mail people think because it's a little out of control. And if I forget to like unbox it, then sometimes I forget to share it with you guys. And honestly, right now I am so tired. You guys will see in the next couple of videos of why I'm so tired, but my body feels shot. I was in the garden for
I want to say like 3 days straight for like 7 hours. I did a collaboration with Fast Growing Trees that I cannot wait to share with you guys. And I was gardening from like the moment the sun came up to almost when the sun went down in pouring rain. And it was my logic to do it in pouring rain because as you guys saw, I almost picked up a rattlesnake when I was gardening, I don't know, like last week or something, and I'm terrified to go outside. And my logic was if it is freezing outside and raining, the rattlesnake can't move. And if I were to see one, it would not be able to attack me. So that's why I decided to do it. I was soaked. But I love the rain. And so I was living for it. And I can't wait to share that video with you guys and share with you what I planted, because this has been on my dream wish list for the house for so long. And it's going to take a couple years, obviously, to like have it be in like full bloom. But you guys, when it is done, oh my God, it's going to be so good. And then, we are replacing the fence along the side in the back. And so Chris is out there right now working on it. I think we know where the rattlesnake came in from. We have lived in this house, I want to say almost 5 years, and the fence has fallen down all 5 years. We've had people come out and fix it. And I don't know, we are kind of in like a windy area. Like we like dip down like this, and there's like hills and stuff around us, but we're like at the bottom of I don't even know what you would call it. My brain is like fried. But anyways, we sit at the bottom and it gets really windy. And I think that that's why the wind just like knocks the fence. So I came up with, well, I didn't come up with it. I went on Pinterest and found what my dream fence would look like. I showed it to Chris, and Chris is like, Brittany, you always come up with like not the hardest projects, but like the longest projects. Like nothing I do is simple. And I was like, well, you asked me what kind of fence I liked, and I'm sharing with you what kind of fence I like. And so I was like, finally, I was like, fine. We have so many projects going on. If you just want to throw up like a regular fence, then throw up a regular fence. And then he came back to me the very next morning and was like, well, what if we did this? And like he made the fence even more complicated than the one that I did. And so I'm going to share a little bit with you guys at the end of this video, because we started that. And hopefully it won't take a long time, because I told Chris, I said, we cannot go swimming up there by the pool if there's going to be rattlesnakes. So I'm hoping that this just makes the projects go a lot faster, like the fence project, because we need the fence done, but it's going to entail a lot of like materials. So I'm going to share that with you guys. But first, I wanted to get into this little unboxing. I have a couple items that I want to share with you. You guys know my love for Olive Atelier. So when I land on their PR list, it is a match made in heaven. Many of you guys know, if you guys are Olive Atelier lovers like myself, you would know that they just collaborated with Pamela Anderson, which is such an icon. And so I was gifted an item from them, and I thought I would unbox it with you guys. Her whole collection is like rattan based, which I feel like is so perfect for spring. Oh, this is a cute little bag. Okay, so it comes with like a little linen bag. Well, a massive linen bag. This could be like a fun pool bag to throw in like all my towels and everything to take like up to the pool. Just got this little cute rattan vase, which is going to be so cute, I feel like, with hydrangeas. And what I also love is that it actually comes with a glass little jar, so you could fill it up with water. So cute. The quality is really good, and we love that for spring. And then I got, which I have been on the hunt for the most perfect hat. I got this from J. Crew, and I'll link everything that I can down below in the description, like I always do. You can always shop my home. I have everything. If you see it in a video and it could be linked, it's going to be linked in the description. But I saw this hat because, one, I thought it would be super cute for gardening, and also to wear at the pool, because I think that that is just the cute, it's like the most perfect little gardening hat. And the pool hat, it's not too big, it's not too little. I just loved everything about it, and it was on sale. So maybe when you guys see this video, it will also be on sale. And I think that's it. Like, oh, my hair is a mess now. I got new dishes. I've been on the hunt for new dishes, so I will insert some footage of me unboxing it downstairs because I don't feel like lugging it upstairs. I am so exhausted, like I have said. So we'll put that in here. And yeah, oh, I wanted to update you guys. So we're going into week 4 of my fitness routine, and I'm only mentioning it here because it's holding me super accountable. Like, honestly, I feel like I am at the place where I would quit any other challenge, but I feel like because I have brought you guys along on this journey, I feel like I cannot quit, which is a good thing. You know, I just feel so tired. And I mean, obviously, like my body is not used to doing all of this like physical activity. Um, and yeah, I'm still trucking along. It is hard, but I'm pushing through it because I can text my trainer, which is so amazing. Her name is Kate. And I just, like, I texted her today and was like, I feel like a failure. I was putting together the kids' Easter baskets and I just started like devouring the candy. And I don't even know what got into me. It's like I blacked out. And yeah, I just wanted to update because I feel like the last couple videos I was talking about how amazing it is and like I'm getting all my steps in, which I still am, and I'm like thriving and doing all these things, but I feel like I have hit a wall this week. Whereas like normally I would like just binge eat everything, and it was me and Chris's 8-year wedding anniversary, and so I was just like, we need to like order. I just want to eat food. And, you know, like I did, I still like enjoyed my meal. And I probably should have texted my trainer to see like what I could have based off of the menu. But I'm just like tired. I'm just tired. And so I ate and I did. And then I devoured all the candy. And like, this is real life. And we are just getting right back on because I'm determined to go into my 40s. I turned 40 at the end of May, and I want to have like the most snatched body ever. Which is hard for like a foodie girl and like somebody who does not enjoy working out. But I'm not a quitter this time. I've been a quitter so many other times, but this time I am not a quitter. We are getting right back up and we are focused on our goals and we are doing the thing. And I think that that is why I'm so excited that I've like shared the journey with you guys, because I would have quit like probably definitely this week. Definitely this week I would have been a quitter. But we're not a quitter anymore. We're not a quitter anymore. And I just wanted to share with you guys because I don't want you to think that, oh my gosh, it's so easy. She has so much willpower. She has like all of this, like she could do it. Like I definitely can't. I have zero willpower, like none whatsoever. Chris, when we were doing, I gotta share this with you guys. When you work with my trainer, we do like weekly check-ins, so weekly weigh-ins and then photos. And the first week I asked Chris to take my before photos, and he says, how many before photos are we going to take? Because I always start so many programs and then never follow through. So in my camera roll, I have like 50 million before photos, but I don't have any after photos. So that also, when he said that, it made me laugh. Like we were laughing so hard because it's so true. I'm always like, okay, I need to take my before photos, but I never have any like after photos because I never make it that far. But this time I am so determined to be like, okay, I'm ready for my after photo. And yeah, like I just want to prove to myself that I can actually do it. And that is why I'm always mentioning it here, because I really want to be held accountable. And it's true. Like you're going to have like super good weeks and you're going to have like really hard weeks. And this is like a really hard week because I feel really tired from all the activity that I've been doing. My body is not used to all this activity. Okay. It's not used to this activity and it doesn't know what to do. And it is like freaking out and it wants to eat and it wants to, and not just eat good, it wants to devour food. And so we're going to change that. And that's why you guys are on this journey with me. So yeah, let's go downstairs, let's unbox the dishes, and then I want to show you guys the fence. I've been on the hunt for dishes for the longest time, and I never found any that I absolutely needed until I came across these. I love the earthy, organic, wabi-sabi feel to them.
Always thought that you'd leave this town, till you buried that dream beneath the frozen ground. It's a bitter taste that you swallow down, 'cause you wanna be happy, you just don't know how. And this feels like someone else's life that you were living in. This feels like someone else's body you were trapped within. So maybe you should do what makes you happy. Forget all those lessons that you learned and just go dancing. Life is much too short for you to miss it as it's passing. So don't let it happen, don't let it happen, no. Maybe you should do what makes you happy. No amount of status will make up for what you're lacking. There is not an answer to this question that you're asking. So maybe go dancing, maybe go dancing. Ooh.
It started as a project we didn't actually plan, one that we've needed for a long time. Every winter, like clockwork, the wind rolls through and takes this fence right down with it. So this year we're doing something about it because we're tired of holding this fence up with stakes. We're trading in fragile for forever, building a stone pillar fence that can actually stand its ground. In my mind, I already see it finish. Winter settling in, each stone lined with a wreath, softly lit, everything feeling a little bit more magical. Chris, he's thinking about durability, security, a fence that won't budge, and one that keeps the rattlesnakes out for good. Two very different visions, somehow leading up to the same project. So this is where it begins, a full fence rebuild, a little pushback from the city already, and a whole lot of work ahead of us. Come along for the journey of this one. It's going to be really, really good, and I cannot wait to bring you guys along with us. I want to thank you guys so much for watching yet another video of mine, and I will see you guys in the next one.
No amount of status will make up for what you're lacking. There is not an answer to this question that you're asking. So